Okay, so recently I've been introducing you guys to some new pad printers, and a lot of them have been very promising. They provide excellent quality minifigs. They're close to LEGO's print quality, which is very surprising how well and knowledgeable these producers end up being for having just started a business that is just naturally complex. We've looked at some figures by Rise Customs, the early waves of Crosshair Bricks when he was just starting out, and the exceptional work of MA Figures with his 2003 Clone Wars figs. Well, this time, I want to introduce you to Quiet Brickhouse. Quiet has released two minifigures, starting off with Inquisitor Cal Kestis, and then the late October release for his first clone, the Bone Clone. I did a bit of coverage for the Bone Clone upon its release on Instagram, but I never got around to launching a dedicated video about Quiet Brickhouse. Well, here we are. As Quiet's first release, Inquisitor Cal is more like a dream sequence from Jedi Survivor, where Cal can be seen transformed into an Inquisitor. For a first release, I actually think this figure was executed very well. Designed with the hype around the Jedi Survivor Cal being included in the Imperial Star Destroyer, this is a great companion fig to have side by side. The hair is a spray-painted tan element, since this specific hairpiece doesn't actually come in a bright orange color. The only other special element is the Inquisitor lightsaber blade and a replica or knockoff BD-1 figure that was included with Cal. The 180 arm detail, meeting towards the end of the shoulder, is really impressive, and it makes me think that Quiet could pull off some more delicate 180 prints like false dual molds on future releases. The legs used are dual molded black and dark bluish gray legs, with a side print similar to the CMF style. My only issue with this design is that the crease print on the knees is way too thin and doesn't really match LEGO's standard design conventions. I heard it's actually prone to scratching off, but honestly, I don't really think so. The print is still intact on mine. The head is by far my favorite element. The official LEGO head for Cal feels like he's slightly aged, and Quiet's interpretation feels more youthful and, to be honest, was way more within my expectations for Cal's overall appearance. I swapped the heads and hair and it just looks really good, like way better than the LEGO version of Cal's face. This figure is also perfect alongside GCC's Purge Troopers if you wanted some companion figures to display alongside Cal. We're starting to see a run for Jedi Fallen Order figures, and I'm here for it. The Bone Clone. So where do I start with this one? Quiet Brickhouse and GCC both released their own skeleton troopers. This is a pretty unique concept that only two custom creators have executed, and I find it to actually be a very hard figure to pull off. The Bone Clone uses GCC's black replica helmet and has a false glow-in-the-dark coloring pad print. As in, yeah, it doesn't actually glow in the dark. However, I still think this is an exceptional figure because in some ways it corrects a lot of these strange scaling and design issues I find in the Skeleton Trooper by GCC. I like that the ribcage and leg bones are thicker and more noticeable than the GCC design, as well as the fact that the arm print carries over past the wrists. Omitting the toe detail was also a safe bet because I find that detail to be jarring on the GCC version. However, I can give GCC points to a few things that they did right, like it actually being glow-in-the-dark and the special Kama trim. For Quiet's release, I think it's an exceptional product and well executed. This figure is based off of the Black Series Clone Trooper as well as the Clone Wars adventure game. I think what makes this design work is it's just not all that much of a stress to worry about getting every detail right. In its nature, it is a Halloween item that is non-canonical and meant more as a novelty in a customs collection. I like this figure because it breaks a lot of the formalities of designing lore-accurate clones. Overall, I can't wait for future releases from Quiet Brickhouse, as he is a very new producer that has only released a few products over the last couple of months. I know that the Bone Clone is set to restock very soon, so keep an eye out for a future release date, as this isn't a one-and-done type situation. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.